A working mom cleared PMP. That is something I really love. And when they clear PMP in such a small time, this is something that I really love. So she
Yeah,
joined.
from batch two, anyone
Yeah,
has cleared, or I'm the
yeah,
first I wanted to know?
yeah. Your batchmate are here who will be clearing along you, but you are the
Yes,
first one to clear in the batch too.
yes.
You're the first one. That you see, this is something I'm really proud of. That when
Yeah,
people feel
thank
that,
you.
okay, I don't have time. Who is more busy than a working mom? Who is
Yes.
actually more busy than a working mom? I cannot believe anybody, right? Okay, so if you are a single father and you are living in US, maybe, but as a working mom are the most busiest person in on the
That's
planet,
that's
without
true.
any doubt. And
Yes.
being a working mom, you did it. I'm really proud of you, and your
Thank
journey
you.
in such a small time that this
Yeah,
is just amazing. Okay,
correct.
Bakshi, why don't you walk us through your success journey?
Yeah. So when you just told, the short journey, I would like to, say that when you say on day one that put a date, put a target date, and you were saying for your birthday, March 31st, you wanted it.
Thank you.
I was like, last week of March, I'm going to try. And
Awesome.
then,
Awesome.
yeah. And, everything that, like the first 3 days of training. And in that week, I covered what was done in the previous week, and then just kept on doing the mocks, RCA. Even if the scores were less, I just went on doing it, and yeah, followed whatever you said blindly.
Thank It worked out.
So
It worked
it
out.
worked. It worked. Even yesterday, I was feeling a little nervous. Then I was in touch with few more folks, and I have to congratulate you, Amir. You have created such a great community of PMs out there. It's really, really good. So, like recently, whoever was have cleared, right, Venkat, and then Sohail, you gave me his contact, and Kamal. So all of those also, they were, I was texting them and taking some motivation. So
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that is my purpose. That what we
Yes,
have built. Like for me, my biggest asset is not my material, is not a follow-up, not coaching call. For me, my biggest asset is my mastermind group.
that
How
is true.
how
I agree.
people from 50 to 60 countries, no, actually 85 countries,
Oh,
they are together. And this is just one group. Now, I also have one more previous one which got filled and I have to make the new one. So where
okay.
85 countries people are working together, guiding work, and like every single person is there to support other,
Correct.
and
That is true.
24/7 you get the answers.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I'm
Very
glad for
true.
that it really helped you it go.
Yes.
And let's talk about straightforward the most important thing. You give exam online at
Correct.
home. You give at
Yes.
home, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Why?
So as I was telling you, I had put a target that I will complete in March, and then when I looked for centers, right, it was only in April, and I have other commitments in April, and I didn't want to, take a break from this continuancy. Like, I was preparing well, and if I take that break of 15 days, in April for I have to go somewhere, so that will be a gap, and then I don't know if I'll get that enthusiasm or that, so I had that target that I want to do, and I come on, I trust the internet at home. So far it has not been a problem, so I thought I can give it a try, and touch wood, it was all fine today. It went well.
Yeah. Okay. So who you talked basically? I send you the
uh,
number. So help. Did it
so
help?
here, yes,
Yeah. Did
yes,
it help?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It gives a confidence, when someone has cleared through the same pattern of, how
Mm,
you have going to
mm,
take, and
mm.
if they tell you the lesson learns from their experience, right, it's definitely
Okay.
going to help. So
Okay.
it was
Okay. Okay.
really
So
good.
so let's walk through that. How was the online process? What is step like? Let's say if somebody wants to give the exam
Mm,
in online. So what are the
mm.
steps that we can follow?
So I think the run the system test. So 2 days before, when you're going to take, before 72 hours, they ask you to run a test. Do that and make sure you're using the same system on the day that you're going to take the test also, right? Do the same and follow. And also what happens is, when you're waiting in that period, right, it takes some time. Like they ask you to log in half an hour prior. Even when you do, right, like it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and still the proctor doesn't come online to talk with you, they make you wait. So the little tension is there, but 5 minutes she came, and then it's like, okay, she's like, I'll release your, they take your, scan the room and make sure nothing is there on the table.
Mm.
So follow the
Okay.
guidelines of the
Mhm.
mail, what we
Mhm.
get. So that should
Okay.
help.
How did you manage the time for the exam?
I am, yeah. Till yesterday, I didn't think about time. I had seen some success stories where they talk about 80, 75, 75. I didn't have that. I thought I'll just see how it goes. But after yesterday, I saw your last video and then I spoke to you. And as I said, I was in touch with Kamal, Venkat, and all, when they also suggested it's important you follow the time. So I kept it. The first one, actually, I had 1 or 2 minutes to go through some review kind of thing. The
Okay.
second is very difficult. Like the questions were, I had to go through. I had a lot of drag and drop in the second one, which was not straightforward.
Okay.
There were questions where, mistake is there and you have to find on the right side what is the ways of rectifying those estimations. So a little tricky
Hmm.
where I had to spend two,
Okay.
3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's a good one.
there I had more time to review. I
Mhm.
just, and last two questions I had to hurry up. And in the last section, again, there were no straightforward questions throughout the paper, but the
Mm.
last section was like, I could refer back to the mocks, some experience from there,
Mm.
I could use and do. The third one also was fine. The second one was challenging, but I took both the breaks,
Okay.
and that calms you down. Very important to take the break. You can't really read 180 questions, at a stretch. You need
Mm.
that break to do the next section. So that was also good
Mm.
suggestion.
Okay. 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 That is good. Okay. Let's further work into that way. What do we have and what we cover now? Which questions, like first section was the most challenging one, second or third one?
I felt second.
Second was the
Yes, yes.
okay. And what about the third one?
Third one, not very easy, not very tricky. As I mentioned, right, I could relate, and
Hmm.
some questions were like, the things that we do in the last mocks, right, last set of mocks. So on
Hmm.
those lines, in a
The relevant.
hybrid,
Yeah, things were
relevance.
relevant.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
How many formula questions were there?
Formula, I had no questions.
You have no
No
questions.
questions
Okay.
on. It
Okay.
was like the SPI and CPI is given. Based
Okay.
on that, you have to do. That was a drag and drop. So
Okay.
for
How many drags and drop were there?
I had five drag and drop. None of
Hmm.
them were straightforward. Also, like, the same questions where we have select two options, right? Like that, but they had given it in a form of drag and drop.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
As far as we know that how the things work, we have practiced it. Which area
Yes.
was most dominant in the exam?
It was, I think, team and hybrid. It was not agile. Agile was not dominant. It was
Hmm.
more of people, and mostly about process only. Like, it's a hybrid. How do you react? Such kind of
So how do you react in hybrid?
stakeholder.
How do you react in hybrid?
Yeah.
Okay, stakeholder communication team was the
Team. Yes.
dominant, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
What
Yes.
about risk and quality and
Risk
procurement?
also was there. Risk questions were there, and that we the calculations were given. Based
Hmm.
on that, you have to select high risk,
Hmm.
something
Hmm.
like that.
Have okay. Have you used?
Straightforward.
Have you? Do you have to use
No,
calculator?
no, no,
Okay.
no. I
No,
didn't use.
there was no need of
No,
calculator.
yeah,
Okay.
no difficult
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Mm,
That is good, guys. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Now you did a lot of mocks. You know that.
Yes,
I was
yes, yes.
skipping, moving forward, going
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
forth. Which mocks were more important for the exam?
So I would say the last set of six mocks
Oh,
that you
that
shared.
is different. That is preparing you for the context of exam. That is
Yes,
final mock. Leave them.
yes.
I know that.
Uh,
Okay.
the
Apart from
random
that,
mocks,
the random
random
mocks.
mocks, and 180 mocks. The
Uh,
180 mocks give you this appetite to, go for the final, that duration. How do you manage the time and all? So 180 mocks.
how you can sit and it build your
Correct.
basically
Yes, yes.
tolerance
And one more suggestion I would like to say to everyone: make your position very comfortable. At the end of the exam, I started getting back pain.
for
So make
us.
sure
4 hours.
you are,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
4 hours.
So
Four to
correct.
5 hours sitting,
Yes.
of
Ah,
course. And
correct.
plus, you have it's more of a tension. You're going into timer.
Tension. Yes. Yeah.
That's why I highly recommend doing 180 mocks with the timer, as we have
Correct.
six mocks. You did all six?
Yes, I did all
You
six.
did all six. Okay,
Yeah.
that is great.
And yeah, initially your scores are less, obviously,
Mm,
because you are
mm,
learning. But when you do an RC and take the next mock, you come from 60 to 70, 70 to
mm,
75, 75 to 80. So that's how you reach the target.
mm.
That's I
How
felt.
how important is root cause analysis?
Very, very important. I'm someone who likes to write. When I write, I feel it registers in my mind. So all the
Mm.
RCAs, wherever I had gone wrong, I made a short, a keyword kind of understanding, and that kind of thing, that I noted it down in a book. So that helped me. So yeah, RCA is very, very important. And as I said, follow Amir blindly.
Follow, I wouldn't say follow me blindly, but yeah, okay. Okay. Let's work into a little bit more depth how the things work into that way. You see, we know the questions are hard. Okay. Is this happen in during in the exam you felt you are not gonna pass anywhere in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exam?
At the end, I felt, as I told you, the second set was quite difficult. So my morale came down a bit. I
Mm.
was like, "Hey, what is happening? I was prepared. Now this is questioning me," like that. I did feel at some questions. And even at the end, right, I was expecting that there will be some straightforward questions, some agile, where like I'm a scrum master currently. So that was my strong area of,
So
things.
you
So I
want
thought
so you wanted agile to be a little bit more.
a little bit more, and I
Uh,
thought with that was my confidence that I know agile, and then I can go for it. But
mm.
yeah, so yeah, I did have my nerves shaky at the end.
No, that's good. And of course, with the online exam, you don't get the result
Correct,
immediately. So
correct, correct.
that's always the
Yes.
challenge here. Okay, Vishal, go ahead. You had a question. And anyone else has, you can put in the chat box or you can raise. Ji Vishal, go ahead.
Like, yeah, Bhagyashree, first of all, congratulations on
Thank you.
your exam. I just wanted to ask you that we have three sections. So is it like segregated? Like in first section, you will get on teams and communication. In next section, you will get agile and other topic, or is it throughout? It is like you can
Yeah.
get any topic in any section.
Any topic in any section. It was not like that. Yeah.
Okay, Vishal, let me rephrase it for you. You just completing the topics right now. When you go to the 180 questions are similar like that. You
Hmm.
don't get
Okay.
180 and random question. So when you go to the exam, you will have that experience. Okay. So somebody, is there a mathematical question? Can we use a separate calculator for that? Can you put some light on that, please?
Yeah, so there's a calculator available for mine. My set of questions. I didn't have any calculation based questions, so I didn't use it. But it's visible on your screen if you want to use. Right, the calculator is there.
The calculator is there, so you can use it for your purposes,
Yes.
but you don't have to actually use it. Any
Mm.
critical path question, float, free float? No.
There
Okay.
was one on critical path. Again, that was in drag and drop.
Drag and drop. Okay. Any questions on Crystal, XP, or
No,
other?
no, no.
I know you did not get more on software, but I want to ask that
Yeah,
question.
I was
Yeah.
expecting more on agile. I prepared more on agile, but yeah,
You
it
see,
was
if your exam was easy, you would never have been so happy. We
correct.
humans
That
become
is
more.
true.
I actually had a student in US. He prepared very hard, and his exam was very easy. He gave. He never recorded his journey, and he put a extreme feedback why the exam was easy. So when exam is hard, I'm always happy. Yes,
Yes.
Osama, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to know whether like on online exam, can we read out loud like with the lips
No, no, no.
moving?
You
Possible?
should not. Actually, what happened? I had closed all the doors, window, everything I had closed. But a vendor came selling things on the road. Okay, that we cannot stop. And immediately when that noise came, the proctor she pinged me and said, "I can hear some noise. Is it from outside or from your room?" Then I pinged her and said, "This is from outside. Some vendor is selling." And then she was like, "Okay." So be very careful that you have a soundproof system. Okay.
But
So,
minimum there is also another thing good now PMI is doing. Most of the time, if you are Indian giving exam in India, they will
hmm.
try to get a Indian proctor or somebody or from the same domain.
Same.
So
Yeah.
they know like okay the vendors come. If somebody from Canada or US, the local person, they would say what do you mean by that? Because
Correct. Correct.
these things not
Yeah.
happen there. right?
Correct. Yes.
We know
Yeah.
that in our
That was
culture.
totally
Yeah,
unexpected. I didn't
of course,
expect
you never,
someone,
of course,
during
you
the
never know.
time.
Of course, you
Yeah,
never know.
such things will
Yeah,
happen.
like walls, the popcorn guys, the
Yeah.
vegetable sellers, they come. You cannot control
Yes.
them, right?
Correct.
So whatever you can minimize, that is always
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Osama, anything else?
Yeah, for break, can we move, can we go somewhere else in front of camera? Or
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have
You
to?
don't have to be in camera. There's an option when you say I start break, okay, and then only during that time when you have the 10 minutes, you have to come back before 10 minutes. I didn't go out of my room. I was just in the room. I was, I
I
had
asked you
just.
to have a cup of tea.
I didn't
Ask
have my tea. I had chocolate. I
I,
had a piece
yeah,
of chocolate and I just
that is a
talked.
luxury when you are at home. One of my
Yeah.
student told me, Ilyas, I still remember. He was in Qatar. He told me, sir, in the 10 minutes, I asked my wife, like, I will be completing at this time. Get the tea
Have the
ready.
tea ready.
Have the tea ready. So that's a luxury you can have. Okay.
And
So
I didn't
Bilal.
take full 10 minutes. I took 5 minutes break.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So Bilal Yaqub is saying from drag and drop means that you had to arrange. Yeah, in the last coaching call, Bilal,
Correct.
if you were in the last coaching call, we did drag and drop question.
Yes.
And do watch
It's
that.
usually from right to left. So
It
we have
can
to.
be anyway, no? It can be
Okay.
anyway. Yeah, it's
The
not
right
compulsory.
were fixed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fixed anything. Okay. Yes, Nazish, go ahead.
Hi, first of
Hi,
all,
Nazish.
congratulations. I was so antsy last night. I was like, oh my God, Bhagyashree is going for it.
You can
That's
go
the
for
mind.
it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can go for it.
Yeah, I went to actually, I'm in Mississauga, so everything is close by. That's the beauty of this city. So I went to the test center today just to
Mm-hmm.
have a feel of what I'm gonna see. And I asked them for the dates, and they hadn't had any date this week. So I'm just trying to push them. Like, they told me to call during the day or tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
And one more thing is, you never can feel 100% prepared. Okay. So it's
yeah.
like when Amir says you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you, like,
Yeah,
genuinely.
thank you.
No, I have only one question. When you were doing this 180 marks, because I kind of like finished them in like three hours or less at home. But when I mean, like, listen to the success stories, there's like on time. Everybody's on time.
Correct.
So
No, yeah, that happens. Even when I think we are more relaxed when we are doing mock, we know that it's not real, right? So we kind of, skip through the main question, or it's like it's okay that we do a mistake in this one. We'll do RC and learn. But here, what happens is you want to make sure you give right, so you read it more thoroughly. The options also you read more thoroughly. So I think that takes time. And yeah, time was a challenge. I wouldn't say it was easy that I had 5 minutes left. No, it was time to time. And few questions take more time, so the time for the other questions are gone, right? So yeah,
no,
be
Okay.
thank
prepared
you.
to
Yeah.
use
Thank
full
you.
time.
Yeah. Was the drag and drop scenario based? Yes, she said Vishal,
Yes,
drag and drop were
yes,
scenario based.
scenario based.
Yeah,
Yes.
anyone else has any question, feel free to ask. She just cleared PMP. I cannot give it like more quick because somebody have to come from the center.
Just
She's,
today, yeah.
yes, is sitting in the home. She messaged me, like she messaged
Yeah.
in the morning that I'm done with the exam. So when I woke up, she said, when I will get, I said, let's wait. She got a congratulation and she said
Yes.
that, yeah, we will work from there. So yeah, I said, let's record a journey. Okay,
Yes.
what was your complete? She joined the batch too, Jangir.
Yes.
Your batch is
Back
batch
to
3.
February
Yeah,
16th it started, I
yeah,
believe. And
yeah. It
that
was.
journey was also very nice when my colleague told me that he did from Amer, and I just thought I'll
Who
see.
recommended you?
Aslam from EY, I don't know. He did it in
Okay,
2022.
okay, okay, okay,
So he
okay.
suggested. I was still
Yeah.
skeptical, but when I spoke to you, it was clear that
Oh,
yeah, I'm
of
going
course,
for it.
especially when you heard about. By the way, you paid $699.
Yes.
Now, uh, paying $699 in India. Okay, so what do you think? Is it worth it?
It is. It is worth it. You can't do it in a more shorter and more well organized in this way. It's like always you need that push, you need that encouragement, you need that motivation, and you give it all. So
Thank you.
it's
Did
totally
you
worth
read
it.
any book? Did you read any
No,
book?
no, I didn't read anything.
You didn't read
I
anything.
just
No, no.
did, the
Yeah,
notes that I noted from,
yeah.
the classes and RCA. That's all. That's
That's
what I
what I
did.
say. You don't have to read any book. So here's
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
front of you in 1 month.
Correct.
Okay. Why the coaching calls are important? Why now
Uh,
these people just completed their batch was completed yesterday. So actually
yeah.
today is the first EST coaching call and then
Mm,
tomorrow their coaching call normal.
correct.
So what do you
Yeah.
think? Why they should join the coaching
Yes.
calls?
Very, very important. Don't miss any coaching calls. It gives you a validation of where you are. Okay, so are you able to get those questions right? Not able to get them right, and if you get them wrong also, then you get to know where is the understanding gap. So he the way he explains, and then when we have that session, right, breakout session also in the coaching class, sometimes that helps. You get to know from others that this is the reason why it should be like this. So very helpful. Even when I was traveling on some weekend, I made sure I attend through mobile. So don't skip any coaching class. Very, very important. It gives you a validation and encouragement to do more. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the most important thing, Bhagyashree, from where we started the discussion, each one teach one is the mantra of
Yes.
the game,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I request all of my students, every single one of them, that support every single other
Yes.
person, right?
Correct.
In the
That's why
group,
I was congratulating you. You have created a beautiful community out there. I have to take few names, Sohail, okay, and Venkat, Kamal. They all encouraged me. So every time I attended a success story, right, I ping them. I was like, congratulations, but yeah, guide me here.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I didn't ask them any questions as such. Okay, there
yeah.
was no very less of question answer kind of, but you need that motivation
Of
and
course, of
encouragement
course.
and experience.
Of course
So
you need. Of course you need. So now I need from you answer the question answers, help
yes,
the students, work with them,
yes,
whatever they
definitely.
need. Let's
Yes.
each one teach one is a mantra. Second thing, my PMP marathon will be probably this Saturday or next Saturday, and you
Yes.
know how important that is for me. So I will
Yes.
ask
Yes.
you make me 15, maybe make those drag and drop contacts
Yes,
same
I will. I will. Yeah.
questions. Give me like, and it will be great if you can do it today or maximum by
Mm.
tomorrow. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you are a working mom, you have a life, so things
Yeah.
get up, right? Things
Actually,
get,
I have to thank my family. I have not spent time with them for the last
of
month,
course,
last 15 days, especially weekends and everything. So yeah, it is
of
great
course.
support from
Without the
family.
support of the family, like it is impossible. How many
Correct.
hours you spent daily to prepare? Yeah, now you cleared in 1 month. So tell me how many hours?
So on weekends, I have spent 6 to 7 hours. Okay, and on weekdays, 1 hour. Some days it was very difficult to get even 1 hour. So weekdays, very less. Maybe the coaching class I didn't miss, so those I considered as preparing for PMP hours, and 2, 3 days max. But weekends, I have really spent five,
Yeah.
6 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
more
Okay,
than that.
guys, anyone has any question, feel free to ask. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
in which city do you live?
Bangalore, Bangalore.
Bangalore. Still, my majority of certified PMPs are from South India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, Hyderabad.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Bhagyashree. It was an
Thank
honor
you.
to work
Thank you.
with you. Send me your picture.
Beautiful journey.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
journey for me.
Same
Great
here.
experience.
Yeah,
Thank you.
maybe send your picture or maybe with your family or however you want it on a thumbnail. I'll put it
Yes.
there. And best of luck, become PMP.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for
Thank you.
becoming PMP.